The dreaded topic that nobody likes to talk about, but is vitally important to great achievement. Do you know what it is? Yes, exactly. Goal identification and goal writing. Now, many people think, you gotta be kidding me. I'm an adult, I don't need to write goals, that's for kids. No, in fact, goal writing and goal identification are two of the most important things when identifying exactly what you want and how to achieve it. In fact, I write my goals every single day. Every morning, afternoon, and night, I write goals, and I've been doing it for years. In fact, right here in front of me, I have a stack of paper right here. It sits right here on my desk, and I have a pen right here, and I sit here and I write my goals every single day. In fact, over to the side here, I have a big stack of scrap paper. There's probably 1,000 pieces of paper sitting right over here, and I use that for writing my goals every single day. Here's why it is so incredibly important. When you set out to do something, whatever it is that you want to achieve, it doesn't really matter. Whatever it is you want to achieve. First things first, you need to identify exactly what you want. And when I say exactly what you want, I mean exactly what you want. Making vague statements like, I want more money, that's not good enough. Seriously, I'm just being totally real with you. Making statements like that is not good enough. You need to be very, very specific. And there's a very particular reason for why you need to be specific, which I'll go through here in just a minute. So here's the thing. When you want to achieve something, first off, you need to identify exactly what it is, okay? So identify what that is. And sometimes the best way to identify exactly what it is that you want is by writing. That's what I find for me, and I think that a lot of other people find the same thing. I sit down and I just start writing. Just start writing. Ideas will come to you, and you'll be able to identify exactly what it is. Narrow it down into like a one-sentence statement, exactly what you want. I want $1,000 of additional income per month starting blank date. You know what I mean? But again, we can talk about more about exactly how to write your goals in just a minute. So this is very important. And again, it's very important to write goals every single day. At a minimum, when you wake up in the morning, sometimes shortly after you wake up, write your goals. And again, before you go to bed every single night, take a couple minutes and just write your goals down. There's a very specific reason for why this is so incredibly important. Now I get it. It sounds really childish, right? Writing my goals, that sounds like something like a 6-year-old should do. But seriously, every adult should be doing this. Like I said, I've been doing it. I'm not afraid to admit it. I've been doing this for many, many years now, and it has been absolutely life-changing for me. So here's why. When you identify exactly what you want, you write this goal down, whatever it happens to be. You can have 10 goals, you can have 2 goals, you can have 100 goals. It doesn't really matter. But here's the thing. It's very important that you identify exactly what that is and you write it down. And the reason for that is, when you identify what it is that you want and you start writing these goals down, goals become magnets. You become magnetized to your goals. Now again, you're probably thinking, this dude's nuts, I'm about to turn you off, but here's the thing, continue listening, and this will all make sense here. When you write goals down, you become magnetized to these goals because, as I've said in other videos, the more that you think about something, the more that you internalize something, the more that you write it down, the more that you're impressing these ideas onto your subconscious mind. As you do that, your subconscious mind will believe anything that you impress onto it, whether it is positive or negative, whether it's true or false. It could be a plain lie. You could tell your subconscious mind a lie every single day, and over time, you'll believe it. Your subconscious mind will believe it. So, the more times that you continue to write down your goals and you identify exactly what you want, your subconscious mind will believe it. So, every single day, the point of writing the goals down is to identify and once again impress onto your subconscious mind exactly what that is that you're working toward. Well, the magic happens when all of a sudden that goal becomes magnetized to you and your subconscious mind will start bringing you sights of like inspiration, things like this, different ideas. You'll be out in public, you'll be doing something, and all of a sudden you'll meet somebody and they'll say something and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. You just said that. And seriously, that is like perfectly in line with what I need to do to bring me to the next step to achieve my goal. Maybe you'll be in line at the grocery store and something will pop off the shelf like a magazine or a headline, or someone will say something and you'll be like, this is so weird. I swear This is exactly what I've been looking for. This is the next breakthrough I need to get to the next step toward my goal. It's weird how things happen. But if you continue doing this, you'll start to see things that start popping out at you, and it is weird how stuff happens like this. And this is why it's your subconscious mind at work bringing you things, making you more aware and more magnetized to exactly what you need to get to your goal. I know it sounds hokey. I know it sounds hokey pokey, but it's a real thing. Seriously, this is not some voodoo witchcraft type of thing. This is a real thing. Many people have been doing this. I've been doing it for a very long time, and it is weird, like shockingly weird, how this stuff actually plays out. Now, so that's the thing. Continue writing your goals every single day, and you'll start to see some of this stuff play out. So, goal writing. I know it's not very fun to do, but it's vitally important. It's very much vitally important to getting exactly what we want. So this is something else. And again, like I said earlier, you want to be very exact, very particularly specific with exactly what it is. So let's just give an example really quick. If you give vague goals, like I said earlier, I want more money. Well, that's not good enough. You're kind of missing the point, as in you need to make it very specific, as in more money, as in I could give you $1 and there you go, you got more money, right? So that's not good enough. You need to identify exactly how much money you want, okay? Maybe you have a goal of working out or something. I don't really know. I'm just making something up, just giving you examples. Let's say you want to work out and lose, some weight. Rather than writing a goal saying, I want to lose weight, you could write a goal and say, I have lost 5 pounds in, 2021 or something. By the end of 2021, I have lost 5 pounds in the end of 2021. Whatever, something like that. Or I've achieved my goal weight by the end of 2021. Here's another thing. When you write goals, write them in past tense terms. In other words, write it as if it is already achieved. This is also something that's very important, and this is exactly how I write my goals as well. I write them in such a way that as I write it down, it has already been achieved. I don't write, in 2022, I'm going to achieve this. Nope, that's not how I write goals. I write goals in 2021, or I'll write goals like I'm reflecting on 2021. This is how I kind of do it. I brainwash myself to believe that I'm living in 2022 already, and I'm writing down, I'm reflecting on everything that I've achieved in 2021. Does that make sense? So write it in a way that it's already been achieved. And another thing, this is very powerful too, because as you continue to do this, going back on what I discussed earlier about the subconscious mind, you literally believe it. It's a good thing, because when your subconscious mind believes something, it brings that to you into your physical life. It'll bring it to you. I know, it sounds super weird, but it's actually something that really happens. So hopefully I continue to keep your attention through this, and I'm really hoping that you stay with me through this. And rather than saying, rather than dismissing all this and saying, oh man, this dude's really fallen off the deep end lately. He's really nuts. He's proven it to us. He's just straight up nuts. No. You can feel that way. I mean, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's hard to believe. Don't get me wrong. Before I started this whole goal thing, like the goal writing, the goal identification, stuff like that, I felt the same way. When I heard other people talking about this, I did a lot of research. I've read a lot of books on this. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I mean, I've watched a lot of different very prominent people talk about this, and I felt the same way. When I first started researching it, I thought, you got to be kidding me. Seriously? I can make myself believe something, and then all of a sudden it comes into my life. That doesn't sound right. But yeah, it's weird. So try it out for a while. I mean, seriously, you got to give it some time, though. Don't just write your goals for one day and say, it didn't work. It's a hoax. It's not working for me. It's not happening. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You got to try it out for a while. The longer you do it. I mean, realistically, I would say minimum 21 days. There's a lot of people that say it takes 21 days to create a habit. That's the minimum number of days it would take to create a habit. Honestly, maybe I'm just out there, but for me, it takes me a lot longer than 21 days to create a habit or something. But I mean, at a minimum, do this for 21 days. And I think you're going to start to see, at a minimum, you're going to see a lot more excitement in yourself. You're going to wake up in the morning excited to write your goals because you're really drawing the blueprint of your life over the next however long period of time. Maybe it could be you're writing goals for the next month. Maybe you could write goals for the next 6 months, or maybe next year, or maybe 6 years. I don't really know. Whatever is best for you and whatever your time horizon is. But you're going to start to see a lot more excitement in everything you're doing because you've literally written the blueprint to your life. You've written the blueprint for exactly everything that you want and ultimately that you will achieve, provided you continue on that trajectory and you continue working toward it. That's the thing, though. You can't give up on your goals, because if you give up on your goals, you're basically just saying, I give up on getting what I want. So I know it's a lot of work sometimes. It's a lot of work, but it gets exciting. It gets to the point where it gets to be so exciting that it's like, this isn't even a big deal anymore. I'm just jacked up every day. I'm excited to wake up. I'm excited to write my goals down. I'm excited to live my life. I'm excited to see what this next day is going to bring for me and what kind of weird coincidences are going to pop up today as far as bringing me toward the next step toward my goal achievement, right? So we can talk about this more in other videos, but I just want to introduce you to the whole concept of goal writing and most importantly, goal identification and being very specific with exactly whatever it is that you want. So I know there's a lot of people out there that say, I don't need to write my goals. I can just think about them in my mind. You're right, you can, but it becomes incredibly powerful and influential when you actually write it down. Just the simple act of writing is incredibly powerful. Try it out sometime. Just try it out. If you don't believe me, try it out. Take, 5 days out of your life and just say for the next 5 days, every morning and every night, I'm going to take 10 minutes out of my day and I'm just going to write down my goals. That's it. And after about 5 days, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with how you feel after your exercises. And one more thing. Always write your goals in a positive mindset and positive statements, right? So always write in the positive. That's the thing too. If you write in the negative, you basically get what you write, right? So always write in the positive, and I think you're going to be pretty excited. It's a really exciting experience when you actually sit down and start writing your goals. I think you're going to leave that experience with the fact that you've spent 10 minutes writing. You're probably going to end that and feel like, wow, that was 10 minutes? Wow, I want to keep going. This is really exciting. I'm getting excited. I'm starting to visualize. I'm starting to get some cool ideas. I'm starting to write, and I'm feeling really good about what I'm doing. I think you're going to be energized by the end of the exercise. So anyway, try it out. Just give it 5 days. Let me know down below in the comment section after a few days. Try it out. Let me know how you feel. I'd be interested to know, but I think you're going to be pretty energized and excited, provided you keep your goals positive. I know it's hard to do sometimes. Sometimes I even catch myself writing goals, and it's like, oh, whoa, where'd that come from? That is negative. You know what I mean? So you got to turn it around and always make it in the positive. So I think you could possibly see some life-changing differences here with just a simple goal writing exercises. So anyway, wanted to introduce this to you, but try it out. Let me know how you feel after a couple days of doing this, and who knows? Maybe I can make some follow-up videos on this going forward, but I know this is a topic that not many people like to do, not many people like to talk about because it's like, oh, goal writing is for kids. Yeah, well, maybe I'm a kid, but there's a lot of other people out there that write goals, and some amazing things happen when you start to do it. So go back and check out some of my other videos here on the channel. I really appreciate you watching this. I love talking about this stuff. It's something that gets me all jacked up every day. Anytime that I'm feeling discouraged or I'm feeling like I've been defeated or I need just something to get me energized again, I come up here, I sit right here, and I just write and write and write everything that I could ever possibly want to dream about. Seriously. The sky's the limit. There's no limit. Literally, you can write down anything. Doesn't matter. You can think about and you can write about anything. There's no limit to what you can dream about, right? That's what's exciting about it. So try it out. I think you're going to come out of that really, really excited. All right. I'm going to let you go for now. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you later. Hey, by the way, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. Share this video or any others here on the channel with your friends, family, and social media. And again, I'll see you later.